Hello, guys. It's me, Butterfly Spirit 314. So, guys, as the title of this video says, I've had a busy weekend. And it pretty much started on Friday, of course, like most weekends do. But this Friday was especially busy because on Friday, not only did I participate in a chair dancing class after work, after the chair dancing class, I also um, took advantage of taking a introduction to heels class. So I did that, and then on Saturday, I kind of I did some yard work, and then let's see, today Sunday. I ended up taking my pole dance class. So I've been pretty active this weekend, and it was so active. I'm like really sore from all the activity that I've been in this weekend, and I feel like it's because I kind of wanted to like I'm grateful that my body lets me do what it does with like being active. But yeah, I kind of think I overdid it. So like in chair dancing class, for example, I was trying to do this particular movement that we learned, and I wasn't able to do it. And I actually pulled a muscle in my back, which wasn't the best thing. So I was able to tell I pulled it in class, but I still continued with it anyway and stuff. But the cool thing is that even though I wasn't able to master that particular move, I was able to learn to do a move that I did showed you guys a video of myself where like I was doing an upside down straddle. So I finally learned how to do that, which is really cool. So it took me a while to learn that because I've learned that a few times, but I finally mastered it. So I'm better at that. I think what helped me learn that was because over the last several days, I've been doing a lot of stretching to become more flexible. And that helped me to land that move because before that, I wasn't able to do that. So I think overall, I'm pretty happy because I've been doing stretching. I wanted to do some stretching today, but I already did stretching in pole dancing today, so I didn't want to kind of overdo it and stuff. Like in my rib cage, like I'm seriously sore. Seriously am. So, in terms of chair dancing, I wish I could have been able to master that move, but I just was not. My body was not prepared for it because I would have had to been able to do shoulder rolls, which that's not really a beginner move for me. And because I pulled a muscle on I think it was the left side of my back in the middle, that really kind of told me my body was like, we're not really prepared for this. But luckily on Saturday, it let me do the upside down straddle. So it let me do that. So that was pretty cool and stuff. And I recorded that, which I'm very proud of myself being able to do. Yay. So outside of that, after my chair dancing class, I took advantage of a introduction to heels class. So this is where I learned how to walk in my pole dancing heels. And people may say, well, you recorded yourself, in your heels before. So how is it you don't know how to walk in them? Well, the thing is that there's a lot of things that I learned in the introduction to heels class that I took. And one thing I was not expecting was how much like of a warm up we were doing in order to work up to being in the heels. I did not expect to do more stretching because I was already sore when I was started the introduction to heels class because of the chair dancing class because I was already tired from that. But they're like, hey, if you want to stay, you can stay. Like my chair dancing teacher, she was teaching a level two like pole dancing class. She's like, oh, you can hang back with us or whatever. We're going to be teaching in the other room if you want to hang out. And I was like, I'm like, no, because I knew I wanted to participate in an introduction to heels class. And so um, I didn't know this, but they actually did not charge me for the introduction to heels class, which is amazing because it saved me some money. So cha-ching. So I'm happy about that. So it was completely free. When I was warming up in the stretches, like for that, like we were on the floor with a yoga mat, and I had clearly no idea. There was two girls in the class, and this is what a different instructor. And there were moves that I already know how to do, like pigeon, for example. So I know how to do that from pole dancing. And also, I had done that in my stretching over the past few days. So that had actually helped. So I knew how to do that. Child's pole. Um, and I think there's another yoga pose called, there's like a puppy pose. So that was something that I've learned to do as well and stuff. In terms of stretching, I've done probably 7 days of stretching. So my flexibility has gotten better. Hence why I was able to do that straddle so well. And I was also able to do, I had another video I recorded where I was doing straddles as well, which are not upside down, but that are different that I've done in chair dancing. And I have to say, my straddles are definitely better. So a straddle is basically like where the legs are like a V essentially. So, which is spread out. But I want to get my straddles to the point where they're more open and more wide. So that is something that I want to do and stuff. So I'm going to be working up to that. And actually, stretching actually helps. So I'm going to continue stretching and kind of go from there. Going back to my introduction to heels class, I have to say I was sore, but there was a girl in the introduction to heels class that was actually in my chair dancing class. So I'm like, well, if she's in here doing this, I can do it too. And honestly, I have to say, like after we did the warm up, my goodness, I think the warm up was like at least like freaking 20 minutes. Like it was pretty intense. Like I was like, wow, this is a lot for us to be able to start, doing the introduction to heels. And then after we did the warm up for 20 minutes, this is where we started. We basically got up to the pole. This is where we had to warm up on the pole. We did like beginner moves on the pole and stuff. So first, we were kind of learning about different types of, like for example, we were doing pirouettes. So I didn't know that there was a different type of pirouettes. I'm used to doing one type of pole dancing. I didn't know that there were other versions of the pirouette. I had no idea. And so I learned a couple different versions. I feel like I was able to understand one of them, maybe not the other one, but at least I learned something new. So I learned an alternative pirouette, which is pretty cool. Maybe I might try to work on the other one next time because I do want to take the introduction to heels class again and kind of expand it. I'm hoping they offer it because my chair dancing class is going to be ending. There's going to be one more class next Friday, and then I think that's going to be it for a while because the studio is going to be getting ready for a big performance that they're going to be having. I think it's in September. So they're getting ready for that. So I think that's what kind of pauses the classes and stuff and things because my chair dancing instructor, she's going to be involved in like a showcase that they're going to be having, like an extravaganza or whatever. And so I think that's what's going to put chair dancing on hold. I'm sure they're going to have it in the future again. And by the time they do, I will probably be, I think I'll be more improved. But I've taken quite a few of the classes and stuff. And I still feel like it's fun regardless and stuff. Um, there are parts of me that wants to be better at it, but I think it's okay. I think going at my own pace is important. Learning how to dance to the music is another thing, and not like rushing through it and stuff too. So, other than that, um, the heels class, it was pretty fun. I did record myself in the class, so I did get a chance to do that. So you'll like see when I post videos of myself in the introduction to heels class, like you guys will see me in heels and stuff. One video where I don't have heels on, the second video where I actually do. So that's going to be super fun whenever I get around to posting those videos. So I have videos of the introduction to heels class. I think I did like 6 videos. I may not post all of those. And then I have videos of myself in my pole dancing class that I did today. I think that I haven't really looked at my videos yet, because I like to look at my videos before I post them to decide like which ones I'm going to post. So we'll see when I get around to it. I did do some yard work and stuff on Saturday and stuff, so I did do that, and I did it for like 45 minutes. I think I did some yard work and stuff. So, chair dancing, introduction to heels, like all that stretching, all that activity. And then here I am doing yard work. So that was the thing. And then outside of that, then here we get to Sunday. So today I decided, when it came to pole, that I decided that I wanted to focus on a particular beginner move. And I wanted to like focus on maybe more so perfecting that move. And so before I went to my class today, like I watched a video about a move. It's called a dip spin. So I watched a video on that, took some notes on it. And then I did practice that particular pole dance move towards the end of my class. In my pole dancing class, I did have to do, so we did like the stretching warm up or whatever. Then we did our pole warm up, where we go through a pole dance routine of different pole dance moves and stuff and everything. And I did make some progress through that, more progress than I did before and stuff. So that actually helped me in particular. Um, so I have some footage of that. And then, of course, I worked on the dip spin later towards the end of class. I'm surprised my body really let me do like it let me, even though I was sore, it still let me be able to somehow do pole dance. And I'm just like, how the hell did my body let me do that? But maybe some of the stretching has something to do with it. So that's kind of a thing too. So I pretty much, like, I would say I got the benefit of it and stuff. So I'm gonna see about that, and kind of go from there, and just like make progress there and stuff. But I think that, taking it slow in pole dance is definitely something I want to do. I mean, I've been doing it for a little over a year, but I still want to work on mastering those beginner moves and stuff slowly. Even though I've been doing them, I still want to learn to like master one move at a time. Okay. And then like where it's like second nature, and then move on to the next move. Even if I'm doing like pole moves that are a part of a routine in class, I still want to master one beginner move and then move on to the next one in my own particular way, and just kind of do that. Because mastering one thing at a time for me works. So I think that's pretty cool. Like I did say too, I do want to go back to the introduction to heels class. So I would like to jump in on that next Friday. I think that would be cool to do. So I'll see how that's gonna go. But overall, I think it'll be fun. I'm gonna be sad for chair dancing to kind of go, but there is another opportunity for me to take chair dancing. It's just at the studio where I take pole at now. And I'll be with a different instructor. So I'll try out chair dancing with her and see how that goes and stuff. So I'll still have chair dancing and stuff too. I think the fun thing I get to do is be active. And I think that that's more fun because I'm seeing myself, get stronger, parts of my body get stronger, especially like my ankles, because in pole dancing, we do use our ankles a lot and things in order to be able to like do pole movements and stuff. So we do that and stuff. And what a lot of people don't know is that, your ankle, like the stronger you make your ankle, the better, and I think it's just really fun and really cool way to work out and stuff. I mean, when people think about working out, a lot of people say, well, I don't want to work out because it's boring or whatever. But for me, when I participate in the dance classes that I do, it's a way for me to work out. And trust me, I work up a sweat every single class I do. But it's good for me. And like I was today, when I came home, I was bringing in some groceries and I noticed how easy it was for me to like lift groceries. I was at Aldi and I was picking up this 24 pack of water. And in the past, it would have been hard for me to do that. But like, I just literally went, picked up that water, boom, picked it up easy. Like it was nothing. And so I'm just like, damn, I'm getting stronger. Like, this is awesome. And so I just find it to be cool. And I'm super amazed at like how I'm progressing and stuff. People may not know pole dancers are strong. To be able to do the moves that we do, we gotta be strong. It's not like we're just flailing and stuff, like we can't do stuff. Yeah, we put in that effort and stuff. So when we do, I think tonight, I kind of feel like right now, honestly, I feel like I want to, guilty pleasure, but I feel like what I want to do tonight, I feel like I want to do some stretching, like yoga stretching. So I think I'm going to actually do that. I have this thing where like sometimes I kind of push myself when it comes to working out when I kind of shouldn't. But it's just a thing about me now that I do. And I'm just like, if I can get myself to do it, then I will. Um, but I think that's a good thing because it's like a form of self love. It's a form of me like taking care of my body and stuff, which is super cool. So I think I might do some stretching before I go to sleep or whatever. I think that'll like help me feel better or whatever because I'm super sore and I don't want to have like tight muscles and stuff like that because I don't think that's going to help me very much. So even though I'm like super sore and like feel like I'm torn to shreds, I'm going to be doing some yoga tonight because I think I should because yoga is actually going to help me be stronger and stuff. And a lot of people don't know that like when it comes to doing stuff like floor work and stuff like that, like the girl does the YouTube channel Addison Brianna. If you guys have seen her do her floor work, like her being as fluid as she is in floor work is because she actually does yoga. And that's what helps her be able to do all those like flowing motions and stuff like that, real sexy moves and stuff because she does yoga. So that's the thing I did not know. And so I'm getting into yoga because hey, it's gonna help. So I definitely gonna maybe jump into doing some stretching tonight. We'll see. Or I might not. I don't know. But I think I need to stretch all my muscles before I go to sleep because I think it'll help me feel better. Anyway, that's all I got for right now. I've been talking for about 19 minutes. Tired. So I'm gonna head out of here, guys. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate you. And I appreciate the support. I know I've grown in subscribers and I'm like blown away by having 500 plus subscribers because I'm like, whoa, seriously. But I'm really grateful for you guys. And I really appreciate you guys' support and comments and all that stuff. It's like, it's really cool and everything like that. So I'm really happy about that and stuff too and things. So yeah, thank y'all for watching. Bye-bye and good night.